it happened to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the ring.
Hey, welcome to Increase. My name is Alpheus, and it's my mission to increase, illustrate, and inundate you with information and knowledge you need to expand your thinking and elevate your life. This is my first episode I've done in about 2 years, and I wanted to share with you guys exactly what's been going on, why it's been so long, where we've been, and really just kind of set the tone for our next few episodes because I want to take my time and make sure that I do these correctly. So, a couple of years ago, I really dealt with a lot of health issues, as many YouTubers have done and gone through. I found myself not getting drained from doing this, but just the mental load of life itself. And so I found myself really just backing away from doing the things that I love. And then any of you know anything about mental health, suicide as well as just depression or just a tip of the iceberg of the things that everyday people go through. And so I found myself just really backing away from those things that I love and even the people I love. And in doing so, I kept saying, I want to try this. I want to go back. I want to go back, but never just got the courage or even the mental fortitude to do it. So I finally just broke down and said, okay, I'm going to set a goal before going into 2025. This is what I want to do. And so this episode is really to kind of just give you a little background and a little bit of what's going on and where the channel is going to go from here on out. Again, dealing with mental health. That was something I never really dealt with before. I was kind of raised in the sense of if you have situations or circumstances, you just work your way through it. You really don't take the time to process all the things that you've gone through or even a situation that you may be currently in. And so by doing that, things just kept piling up and piling up until I got to the place where I found myself not even want to get out of bed. I didn't want to play with my kids, didn't want to interact with my wife. And so I knew I needed to do something different. So I got a therapist, found a wonderful therapist, got a chance to talk out some things, place things into categories and perspective. I learned in this journey, you have to manage your manageables. There were things that I was trying to manage that really I had no control over. There were things that I wanted to change mentally, but I really didn't have the energy to do so. I didn't have the bandwidth to really go the distance that was going to be needed to complete it. And then that was just some downright things that were just pipe dreams from things that I had been inspired by the things that I saw while I was watching television or YouTube clip or just any other videos or movies. And so I had to really begin to take back my life. And there was this interesting book one of my therapists had me to read. And I said one of because in this mental health journey, the first therapist you get or the first 5 therapists that you may see, you may not even click with them well. Because if you're going to go to a therapist, you really need to be able to be comfortable with them so that you can share your most innermost, deepest things without feeling any kind of condemnation or feeling like it's not going to work out. So I went through a couple of therapists, and one of the therapists, she recommended me a book. And the title of the book is Get Out of Your Head and Into Your Life. And it's kind of like a workbook, so to speak, because you have various sections within the book itself that you have to fill out. And I'm beginning to find myself doing them. And I didn't finish the book, to be honest, but it truly helped me to process exactly what I was going through and what actually steps I needed to take in order for me to get to that next place. So you may be watching this and you may yourself be going through something similar. So this is what I would share with you to do. One, acknowledge that you're going through something. Something is off, something isn't right. And then the second thing is, if you can, find someone who you can confide in. Let them know, listen, because I'm a man of faith, pray for me, but you may or may not be. And if you're not, then just share with them, positive energy, or really kind of, do you know of a therapist? Because that's going to be the next thing. Find a therapist. Find someone who you can talk to, who is a professional, excuse me, a professional, and someone who has the tools that can teach you different modalities to work through your life struggles. Our bodies are not designed to carry certain levels of stress, and uh, a lot of times we're carrying things that we're not even realizing it, and it becomes very much so painful, not only to our own bodies but to those who love us, whether they're friend or family. And so then after that, the third thing is to take minor steps, small steps. It may be just making a bed. It may be starting to eat healthy. It may even going outside, taking a walk. But document those small steps, celebrate those small steps. One of the things that I began to do is that I would do certain things, but I would never celebrate them because I felt like they were just something that anybody could do. Not realizing that I was making great strides because I went from just wanting to be in a dark room, being by myself, to actually being around other people, to being outside, so on and so forth. So, those are the two things that I would share with you, or those three things I would share with you. Is to one, acknowledge it. Second thing is to find someone to confide in, and then also to help point you into the direction of a therapist. And then lastly, is to take those small steps toward your mental health, toward being a better, healthier you. And so, going forward with this channel, I want to explore so many different things. There's so much that has happened in this world that needs exposure, that needs to be shared, both positive and negative. I believe that you can learn even from the negative, but it really is going to take you really sitting down and going, okay, that's interesting. What can I learn from it? This channel is designed to give you information in a manner and in a way that is digestible, but is also real and relevant. So I thank you for your time. I hope that everything works out for you all. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for hanging around, staying with me on this journey. I hope that you find something that I've shared with you insightful, valuable, or even inspiring. And remember, the journey of growth doesn't stop here. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and expanding your horizons. Peace.